Hello and welcome to Living in English. This is Casper speaking, and you are watching another episode of my English speaking challenge, where I try to speak English every day, hoping to improve my speaking skills. So, I don't have any particular idea for this video. I just have some spare time left, and I thought it would be a good idea to record another video. So, this is going to be a spontaneous one without any specific agenda or aim. So, what can I say? The weather's been chilly all morning, and it's pretty weird because we are in the middle of summer. And at the time of recording, today is the 12th of August, and the weather's been really crazy because we've already had a few heat waves this summer, and sometimes we had some periods of chilly weather as well, and I find it really strange. So I don't know. Mm, there are some works outside of my flat. Um, they've been rebuilding some building. I don't know what they construct there. But the noise of the work is really irritating, and it gets on my nerves. So, how do I deal with it? I just close the window when if the weather allows me to do that. I mean, if it's not too hot to have my windows closed. Yes, what else can I say? Like I said, I have some time left. Um, I'm going to work later today, and I it in 20 minutes or so, I have to wake up my girlfriend because she has a day off, and she can have a lie in. So that's great. She deserves it. She deserves it because she's been working really hard recently, and she really deserves more rest. But unfortunately, that's not always the option for her. And what I was talking about, yeah, uh, I was saying that she asked me to wake her up at 11 a.m. and I'm going to do so. So I have like, let me check it, 20 minutes left. And that's pretty much it. Um, what can I tell you? Mm, and yes, if you wonder about that, why the screen is moving, that's because I'm holding my phone in my right hand right now. Yeah, it's high time for me to invest some money in some kit. That would be great. But as I've mentioned many times in my videos, I'm the sort of person that avoids spending money on unnecessary things. But on the other hand, buying some quick kit for recording would be an excellent idea. It would make my life so much easier. And the quality of the videos would be so much better, I guess. But never mind. So maybe I will tell you a few words about my study routine. Uh, as always, uh, I've just I just finished my study session, and what I was doing. Uh, for an hour, I was reviewing my flashcards. I reviewed about 300 flashcards, And my method for that is really simple. I just read the sentence aloud and repeat it a few times. And if I think that it will stick, mm, I mark it as an easy and review it a few days later. So it works pretty much like that. So I did it for an hour today, and later I did some exercises from Advanced Grammar in Use. I don't remember the name of the author, but uh, so recently I come to a conclusion that my grammar leaves a lot to be desired, and I'd really like to get the grasp of English grammar. And overall, I find it difficult not to understand it because I have a pretty good understanding of grammar, but the problem is to use it correctly in a sentence. And that thing I find really difficult, the active usage of grammar. So, mm, to sum it up, I was studying English for 2 hours plus today. So, in my opinion, it's a pretty decent amount of time to spend on English, I mean. So, is there anything I can add on that subject? Not really. Mm, Sticking to my study routine um, is getting more and more difficult. I don't feel burnt out, but life's been busy. Life's been busy. I'm incredibly snowed under. I'm up to my neck in work, and I have as well. Sorry, I have some housework to do as well every day. So yeah, mm, that's the main reason. Mm, that's what makes it difficult to stick to my study routine. And I've been thinking recently about reviewing my Russian. I mean, coming back to study Russian. Uh, I guess my Russian is on a pretty decent level, but it got rusty over time. So it would be a wonderful idea to review it, but the time is the real obstacle here. So, yeah, you can see my sofa in the background. That's my sofa. I'm in a pretty comfortable position. In most of the cases, I record my vlogs sitting on the floor, and I lean my phone over my laptop. I know um, it may sound strange, but that's what you have to do if you don't have any recording equipment and your recording kit. So, I don't know. Hmm. Uh, I've just heard the noise of the noise that builders make. I'm fed up with it, honestly. I I wish the works hmm, I wish the works would come to an end soon because it's annoying. If I want to, if I have a day off and I want to have a chill day out inside, I have to deal with that irritating noises. It gets on my nerve a lot. Alright then. I have 15 minutes left, and I'm well aware that I'm moving my screen, but who cares? And the whole point of me doing this is to practice. And as they say, practice makes perfect. And I started realizing that I was wrong about learning languages, and I've wasted tons of time because I used wrong methods. And the most important thing that I wasn't willing to accept was uh, an obvious fact that if I wanted to improve my speaking, I had to speak. And amazingly enough, I did. I realize it now, but amazingly enough, I did what I could do to avoid speaking because I didn't want to step out of my comfort zone, and speaking is difficult, and so on. And I realized it only now, actually, that um, I made a horrible mistake while learning English and Russian and other languages that I've studied so far. So yeah, the realization of that is a bit painful, but life goes on. I feel like I make enormous progress, and that's thanks to this exercise that I'm doing right now. And the exercise is speaking. So I guess, that's the most common myth that any language learner believed, at least at some point of his or her journey, of his or her journey. Sorry. And maybe it would be a good idea to record a series of scripted videos where I deal with some most common language learning myths, and I would speak from my own experience in them. So that's a decent idea, and I think I would definitely do it. And I would start working on that recordings at the weekend, because unfortunately I won't make it during uh, working during working days. All right. Is there anything else I'd like to share with you? Hmm. I'd like to tell you a funny story. Yesterday, when I was at work, um, I had some time on my own. I mean, I was doing my job, but I was alone, and I started speaking to myself as well. Um, at my workplace is really loud, so I'm absolutely sure that no one could hear me. But if someone looked at me, uh, that person could see mm, the move of my mouth move. I did my best to avoid that situation, but the funny thing is that I even start talking to myself at work or when I go somewhere, because I try to stack those hours of practice. Mm, because another conclusion that I drew over my studies is that my understanding when it comes to reading or listening outpaced my speaking skills significantly, and that's a bad thing. So I should focus more and more on speaking, um, because I'd like my active skills to be on the same level as passive ones. So, mhm, and my hand is getting really tired because of holding my phone, and I'm running out of time. I only have 10 minutes left before I wake up my girlfriend. Uh, and what's the plan for today? When she wakes up, uh, I'm going to make her some tasty breakfast. I'm going to make her tea. Um, I've already been to um, the supermarket to buy some fresh bread, and let's surprise her with some nice breakfast and a cup of tea. I guess she would appreciate it. She always does. All right. I think that's it for today. 15 minutes of active practice is better than nothing, I guess. So let's finish it for today. Today, this video was a quick, spontaneous vlog when I rambled about everything that came to my mind. So, hopefully, um, the video wasn't boring, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video, which I'm going to record soon. All right then. Thanks and bye. Cheers.